Everybody, La Costeño, Chipotle peppers, and adobo sauce. Good stuff. This evening I'm going to show you how to use it to make a sauce for chicken wings. You don't like chicken wings, but real easy to incorporate into using with chicken wings. Following is going to be a quick video on it. I hope you enjoy it. Alright, we're going to make some wing sauce. So I got this trusty little miniature food processor thing here. I love this thing. And we use half a can of this stuff. I'll put this stuff in here. Try to talk it into getting up in there. And because we're doing chicken wings, I'm kind of going with a vinegar base sauce. I'm actually using a sauce designed for doing chicken wings, and this stuff really does work well with this stuff. It as much of that in there as we can. This particular one I'm using Frank's Red Wing sauce. Why? Because I have some. You need to add a little bit of moisture to this because there's really not enough moisture in there to help it mix up good. So what you want to do is you want a little more in equal parts, and add a nice little dollop of butter. What you're going to do is you're going to hit this on the processor till it's nice and smooth. And of course this would be a time when you wanted to add in flavors like, say, always a fan of garlic, especially when it comes to chicken wings. Of course I've got a lot of extra chilies that I've dried up. Put some dried chilies up in there. And this stuff is delicious by itself, but when you go to cook with it, you're going to find that you want to add a little salt to it. It don't taste like it needs salt when you taste it by itself, but when you cook with it, it'll be kind of flat if you don't put some salt with it. So do like that, and what you're going to do is you're going to mince this up in the processor. You could definitely use a blender, either way, and you just want a nice smooth. It'll be a little bit chunky, but a nice consistency to it. That's all you're really looking for. Alright, I processed it down to a nice consistency. Now I'm going to dump this into a mixing bowl. Whatever kind of bowl or pot or dish works good for you. All I'm looking to do, I'm not looking to cook it, I'm just looking to heat it up a little bit. When you heat it up, you're going to thin it out. And that's going to help it coat all those little nooks and crannies that are in chicken when it comes out. Chicken wings when it comes out of the fryer. In this particular case. Of course, I'm going to add a little bit more butter to this. And a bit more Frank's hot sauce. Now, Frank's... That's not an issue. It's not about me using Frank's or not. This is about the La Costeño Chipotle, which will carry that flavor, that smokiness and the tanginess and everything. It'll carry it all the way through. But I just haven't been using Frank's because that's what I have. I've done this with Louisiana hot sauce. I've also done this with Tabasco. And I've done this with some sauces more or less known than that. So it's really a matter of preference and flavor when it comes to this. The whole thing behind this is me showing you that, you know, when you open up that adobo sauce container, you're just going to see a bunch of big chunks of chilies, and that's not really necessarily a limiting factor. All you need is a processor or a blender, and you can bring that down to a pulp or a puree. You can do whatever you want to with it. And So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of butter to this. I'm going to bring it up to temperature and melt it down real good. And I'm going to cover it up with foil. And then I'll get back to you when I'm ready to use it with the chicken wings. Alright, so it's in the bowl. Got it simmering good. You gotta stay on top of it because this stuff will try to burn on you. And all you want to do is get it nice and warm and simmering to where the heat's all the way through it good. And then what you're going to do is you're going to cover this up with some full saran wrap, stainless steel bowls. Don't like to be stirred without two hands. They kind of roll around the whole stovetop. But you got that right there. That's going to be our chicken wing sauce in that container. That's where it's going to be tossed at. That's why I'm using a large bowl like that. Alright, so we got our chicken wings ready. They've been on this for about 25-30 seconds. Pull the lid off. What I'm going to do is just put all these in here. You ain't got to be really... All you want to do is coat. You use a spoon, but toss a little bit, stir it up a little bit. And you're going to do this over and over again with the wings till they're all done. That's all there is to it. Batch number 2 here, getting cooled off for a little bit. And I know what you're thinking, what about the first batch? Well, that's a trick to dealing with chicken wings that works out well, and that is keep your oven at its lowest setting. Keep them warm as you go through the batches. Unless you're doing a whole lot for a whole lot of people, chances are that's going to be, it's going to be a situation you got to deal with. It's like, these are going to be cold by the time those aren't even ready yet, and you ain't even got this batch in. And just kind of turn it up a little bit, and don't get violent with it, and just kind of move it around good. You can do the tossing thing, but a lot of people tend to find that just makes a giant mess. So take that batch, put it on there. It's going to go straight back to the oven, which is set at the lowest temperature possible on the oven. And all ovens differ, so that's why anytime you're dealing with wings, like just to keep warm, or you're dealing with baking something or anything, you need to keep in mind that no two ovens are identical. 200 degrees in your oven might be significantly hotter than 200 degrees in my oven. Probably is. My oven is really kind of a weenie. But it'll keep them warm, it'll keep them crispy, it'll keep them good. Alright, this is batch number 3. I'm going to stir these up. Get them all tossed and turned good. Open the sauce. And what I'm doing is I'm showing you here, this is 3 batches. This is, like 4 people could probably eat on this, So it doesn't take a lot. It goes a long way. That's kind of what I'm trying to show you here, is that it just goes a long way. That little bit of sauce in this pan, in this bowl, that little bit of sauce covered all these wings and these. And you know what? There's a lot left over. Decent bit. You got this extra sauce left, right? Shame to put it away. You got the chicken wings in the oven, staying warm. Your favorite ketchup. I'm not endorsing Heinz, but that's what I use. And take the extra sauce, you put it in there with some ketchup. And you mix it up good. And you may need more ketchup. Remember this in life, you can never take away. So, always give yourself the opportunity to add, because subtraction is very difficult in the culinary world. And now, what you got is a scheme to where the sauce for the potatoes, whether it be curly Q's or French fries or potato wedges or whatever you're gonna serve with it. If you're gonna have something other than like blue cheese or ranch that you want to go with something else alongside the dish, there you go. And you've got nothing left. It's all gone. Perfect. Complete use of a product. And there you go. Chicken wings, hot sauce ketchup, blue cheese, curly Q's. I guarantee you tinker with this a little bit, it'll be the best wings you ever had. Hope you enjoyed the video. Really recommend trying these out. But I'm getting ready to go eat. So y'all have a nice evening, and catch y'all later. Thanks.